One of the reasons is, as I've said, we've got to hitch our wagon to larger organizations. At the federal level, until we get Title 4D changed, we're spinning our wheel like a hamster. The money is flowing.
The phrase, a fearless leader, usually strung together with a complement or two. It has been used by
so
many
apparently this
staff
isn't planned.
to introduce someone of high social and political stature within their groups or organizations.
Whose voice
it's always
is that?
with a smile, and it's always a segue into talk about some new and exciting change that is about to set the world on fire. At its core, I understand what people are saying, we couldn't have done this without you. They're saying, thank you, and that has its merits. But what people fail to recognize, and the reason I sometimes cringe every time I hear those words spoken out loud, is that it sends a message to everyone in the room that true leadership is inhuman. That leaders are gods who transcend the limitations of human emotion, and that they have some innate ability that we, as mere mortals, do not. It's simply not true. And we owe them a lot more credit than that. We all know that Mark wears his heart on his sleeve, and I am so thankful for that. There is a powerful quote by Theodore Roosevelt, which many have come to know as the man in the arena. We should reflect on it regularly as we personally navigate what it means to lead. It reads,
"It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is action in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in the worthy cause, who is at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat."
Mark, Roosevelt knew what so many people today have forgotten. He knew that the most valiant leaders are not gods, and they are not fearless. Yet they are incredibly human, and they are in fact terrifying. They have failed countless times and been afraid of standing back up just to get knocked back down. But they do it anyways. You do it anyways. They have lost so much of themselves to causes that sometimes gave nothing back. But they keep giving anyway. Just like you keep giving anyway. True leaders know the fear of not being enough for their people. Of not only losing everything they have, but failing so hard that the losses their people will incur are irreparable. The real leaders, the ones who people will follow to the ends of the earth, are the ones whose hearts beat wildly in their chest at the thought of failure, as yours does. They are afraid that they will never make a big enough difference and that their people will unlock their own hidden potential. They are afraid of letting others down. The phrase, "our fearless leader," is a lie, because one cannot become a leader without experiencing very real fear. They can, however, choose to overcome it, as you have. They can be brave. So the next time we acknowledge someone who has accomplished a lot for other people, please be kind.
acknowledge the dust and the sweat and the blood. How hard it was for them to do the right thing every day, even when the world was working against them. Celebrate them for what they truly are. Not fearless, but steadfast. Mark, you are steadfast. Not selfish, but selfless.
Oh, dear God. Wow, thank you. How did you pull that off? Thanks so much, and Alicia, I don't know how you pulled that off. So I'm a guy who does not like surprises. I'm like, what is going on? Something's going on. Something's wrong with the audio here. So.